Hi, I'm Ayers, and welcome to product placement. And when I say that, I don't mean trying to get your product featured in some magazine or film or something like that. I'm talking literally how to place a product or many products together in a way that looks good for product photography. Okay? So there's a couple of little tips I'm going to share here which I learned through a whole lot of trial and error, and you can have them for free. Okay, good. So let's just say you have a set of something, right? Okay, you can watch the other videos if you just want to learn about a single object. But if you have several, how do you get rid of the cat and make things simpler? Okay, so basically, there's one rule to keep in mind. You use diagonals. Okay, I talk about diagonals and other things. They also apply to product placement. Okay, so let's just say you have two objects. All right. Now, if you just place them, one way you could do it is just next to each other. Okay, say you were photographing it like this, and sort of they were just like next to each other, and da 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 da. Okay, and all right, it's a product shot. It's super boring. Adding diagonals into it can make it more interesting, okay? So you can do that two ways. One, by changing the angle you photograph it from so that one object is slightly more in front of the other. Now, if you look at that, there is a diagonal. You can draw a diagonal line from the front product to the back product, all right? Or, to be a little more better at it, take two products and position them so that one is slightly behind the other and that the other one is coming out, not so they're directly behind each other, unless you had a specific idea you wanted to do, but just sort of off-center behind each other. And then what you see is that in the photo, because you have a diagonal line, it gives a sense of more depth into the thing. Like there's one thing in the foreground, there's another in the background, but there's this diagonalness. And the eye, for some reason, loves a diagonal line and finds it way more interesting than a horizontal line. Okay? Same thing applies if you have more, okay? So if you have three products, okay, well, three products, you could work them out in a triangular sort of a arrangement. Okay, so you have one there in the back, you have another one in the side, and then you have little baby in the front here. And then also, aside from them being placed, you know, sort of at angles, it's sort of like, think about the sizes of them. Get big papa in the back, mama in the middle, baby in the front. So you get this gradation of height between the products, okay? And here's another little thing. How close do you get them together? Well, here's another hard-won truth. The objects look better if you do not. See how that you can see the white space between them? Arrange them so that you cannot see the white space, so they just slightly overlap the ones behind it, okay? And it brings it together more, makes them look like, okay, they're connected, they have something to do with each other, they're a complete set, okay? Okay, like that sort of a thing. And then keep in mind the other little things, like say this little spoon. Don't have it going straight up the back like that, because look at it. That makes a vertical line. It looks strange. So have it going off to the side or at an angle, a diagonal, okay? Same with the placement of the handle on this cup, all right? I wouldn't have it like that. For some reason, like, you know, I guess the diagonalness of it also gives a sense of, you know, it's natural, it's not forced, it's not been positioned in a particular place. It's sort of like, it's in a casual position. Oh, you know, because in real life, things aren't at perfect right angles all the time, you know? So it gives like sort of a natural feel. Okay, and then when you have a placement like this, and you're like, okay, good, I feel pretty happy with that. All right, good. Then you use the final thing, which I teach in other videos, the lighting. So I have a big flash here. Okay, don't know if you can see that big light source here. I'm going to add the little flash connector onto my camera. Okay. Turn it on and make sure that works. Change my camera settings. Now take a shot. And boom, see? Lighting is amazing, but it's the final part of it. If your products are not placed correctly to begin with, your lighting ain't gonna help that much. So it's like a two-step process. Okay, now another piece of lighting information, using a super expensive piece of white paper here, which no one could ever afford, obviously. Just to give that little bit of bounce back of light, and boom, see? Easy. But I swear to you, this would not look as, oh my God, that's like a professional shot, if you didn't do the work for the placement of the products in the first place. So it's like a two-step process. Yes, lighting is important, but it's actually all for naught if you haven't got the basics, the basic arrangement correct in the first place. So practice more on this, and then watch my other tutorials or enroll in my courses to learn more about lighting. Hope this helps.